Hello, everyone, and thank you very much for the opportunity to welcome you today. It's instead of session, so let's hope that our eye will be open and we'll see light all around us, and that this meeting will help us to do so. So, thank you very much for seeing you.
Greetings, friends. So we meet today in our garden, our group space that we've been creating for many years. The space where we come together daily in our meditation, and once a month we meet here in this circle to align with the energy of the full moon. And this time, as you know, it's a special full moon. It's the Vesak, and tomorrow, the exact time of the full moon, we will be aligned in our meditation, no matter in which circle we will join, or if we will be in the private silence of our own meditation. We all will be aligned with each other and with the spiritual hierarchy, as Christ will be meeting his brother Buddha to receive the blessing coming from Shambala. Today we're in the day of preparation, the last day of preparation. And as always, when we meet in this space, we use this opportunity to strengthen our togetherness and align with the astrological energies of the sign through which sun is moving, activating those qualities in our consciousness, our group consciousness. And as we do that, we also align with the presence, with the universal presence, listening to its silent voice and sharing with each other our recognitions. At this gathering, we follow the outline of the meditation technique of the presence, which was adopted from the book Glamour. And this is the meditation outline that we've been following for last year. So let us start our time with the tuning in with the astrological energies of this moment. And I invite Katya to share her recognitions of the most resonant qualities of Taurus and also of the energies that are available now. Over to you, Katya.
Hello, everyone. Well, we are at this special moment coming to the energies of Vesak of 2026. The sign that the energy of which it manifests beyond the sign lies the will to be that moves everything that actually exists. And it brings in the light of the soul that we hold as in Vesak, during the Vesak moment in the valley, in the depth that holds this light, nurtures it, and manifests it further. Still subjectively, but already recognized and moving forward. It also brings the energy of the will. The will, which is the energy that is registered in Shambala, that gives us direction, In that regard, it is important that Taurus is the part of the fourth ray triangle. Taurus, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. Sagittarius that brings in the energy of directing. It regulates the life of the entity that we call the new group of world service, the energy of Taurus. An energy of Sagittarius directs it. And our direction now, as I see it, is the direction that is given by revelation. And this revealing quality of light that comes now allows us to see and to envision. So what we see around us is full of unresolved karmic equations. A lot of patterns which are old and either not working or working poorly. The matter that needs to be transformed. And here comes the quality of vision. So within this light that allows us to see the unprepared garden around us, the same energy allows us to envision the possibility of this garden to be in bloom, open to others and full of life. So this revelation, direction, and vision come as those highest points of the year. And we are in this particular astrological moment, which is when Uranus, the great beings that we call Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, are in a position of bisextile, and they all are going to be aspected by the great being that we call Venus, which is the ruler, exoteric ruler of the sign. And Vulcan, the distributor of the first ray for humanity, is also in this connection next to the sun. There's a great opportunity, great challenge, which as always brings the great opportunity. So let us bring into the light of Taurus, into the light of the Vesak, unresolved issues that need vision, and let us request this light that's coming to illuminate and allow us to see and to envision. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Katya. Hello, dear friends. Welcome to our global garden. And we will, as we step into the garden, each one of us, we are invited to light our candles, nourishing the light of our group's heart, the light of our group's mind. And as we step in, let's say where we come from and also speak about the qualities of the great pair that we call Taurus Scorpio. So I'm Daniela. I am in Brussels, Belgium. I'm lighting this light for the coming of the greater light into this world. And as I step in the garden, the qualities I'm carrying right now with me, in my mind's eye, is actually the single eye of Taurus, the eye that um, the eye that sees holistically, the eye that takes into account, into its gaze, everything there is. And this potent gaze that projects from the single eye of Taurus meets then this point of light in Scorpio, the point of light that is qualified by the light of the form, the light of the soul, and the light of life itself. And to me, this speaks of alchemy, of the transformation that is happening with single eye, and also by the quality of will of Taurus. So we know that there is desire, I think, aspiration, and will. These are the three expressions of will that Taurus is so potently carrying. And we know how it is. We cannot start a Taurus just for anything, but then stop it, not either, if it knows where to go. And the triple light, the triple point of light in Scorpio is where the gaze is pointing. So I will be inviting Joe. Can you please come forward?
Well, I just want to thank you and all of you for this opportunity to be together at this time. This is a powerful centralizing force if we consider the second ray. And I have a candle actually today. I can't be on camera, but I actually have a candle, and I'm thinking of, I've been working with the Sabian symbols through Taurus, as Taurus being the ruler of the new group of world servers, our one world serving group, then the hands of this new group in training. And the Sabian symbol for the 10th degree of Taurus is, in exoteric terms, a Red Cross nurse with warm sympathy. And some of the interpretive language that's given to that in an exoteric sense is about compassionate understanding and caring and breaking down barriers between ourselves and others. And also it is finding reserves of energy to keep going. So the word that comes to mind today in terms of our work is persistence, and the will giving us that ability to persist. And another aspect is giving and also receiving, which we do when we come together. And it creates for many a kind of healing, a healing that is something that we experience in our coming together heal from our daily experience and those conflicts that we're all in some way related to on the physical plane, where we do break down barriers and bring people together in unity. And the contributions of all of our groups then, for me, get synthesized when we meet together for the garden. It provides an opportunity to be illumined in the giving and receiving of our impressions, and to be vitalized in a new way and enlivened in a new way so that we can then go out and continuously serve for the upliftment and the eventual illumination of humanity. So Taurus speaks so potently to what we do together in group, whether it is during this time of Taurus. And there is something in the labors of Hercules related to a gift received by the one world disciple as a breastplate. And I think of Vulcan as pounding out that breastplate that then we wear ourselves and we wear as a group, protecting the heart and bringing the energies of the heart to mind in our service. So that's my thought today, and just continuous gratitude for this opportunity to be together in this beautiful space. And I will hand the candle to Thomas.
Okay, thank you very much. So let here's the candle, and from my side, I would like to. I'm Tomas. I'm from Czech Republic, currently in Prague, and let me try to contribute with sincerity, directness, and so that we can really see the light and serve the right purpose. And here's the candle. And please, I pass it over to Claire because Claire has clarity in her name.
Thanks, Tomasz. Hi, everyone. I don't have a candle per se in my hands this evening, but I do have that little flame in the flower that you see on your screen, which is this little magical moment that I experienced on a walk around my parents' home in the woodlands. And the light just beamed in on this one particular plant that was just opening. It just must have opened up that morning. And I happened to be there sort of at that moment. So it was very special. So this is my light that I bring into the room and into the garden to share with you today. The qualities of Taurus and Scorpio that feel with me at the moment are the tenacity of Taurus, one foot in front of the other, the capacity for overview, but also just to take that next indicated step. And the qualities of Scorpio are penetrating insight and courage. Yeah. So I offer those up to the group today. And I don't see all the names. I know Alexander is there, so I'll pass on to Alexander because I can't see all the participants' names at my end. Bless you.
Thank you, Claire. You forgot to mention where you're calling from.
I did. I'm in the UK at the moment. I'm helping my parents pack up their home of 42 years. And I'm normally based in New Zealand, but here I'm in the countryside in Kent.
Thank you. My name is Alexander, and I'm connecting from Brooklyn, New York today. And the quality of Taurus, somehow for the last few days, it's very stayed with me that one phrase from the vigil that Joy, you were leading us a few days ago is Group Antakarana in time. So it's not just, I always would think about Group Antakarana as a channel that's present now, but this recognition that the Group Antakarana can be extended in time, given the vision, it's really resonated with me. And I think that's very the quality very relevant for Taurus and for the Vesa, for that say. And so this recognition that this channel of vision, the channel of connectivity unfolds not only in space, but also in time. And especially when we consider that time is a great illusion that we experience on this planet, this opens up another dimension of this beautiful image. So Taurus gives us illumination in space and time. And my candle, lighting my candle here in New York City. And I want to pass the candle to Andrea.
Okay. Please disregard the background noise. I am in a very international garden right now. I am at the JFK International Airport, which I love because the energetic distribution that I can bring to here and pour forth into all of the world from this hub. But I do not have a candle to light, or I'd be in really big trouble, I think. So I will just light that candle in my heart today. And when I think of, and it's interesting, it's been something I've been doing recently a lot. And here it is a beautiful space to do it in. So when I think of when the eyes are open, all is light, I envision every human being as the child that they were and are at some point in their soul. And so I see the light of the child that is in every human being. And that light is filled with the qualities of Taurus, but it's filled with just the qualities of the soul at its highest level. It's qualities of kindness and connection and inclusion. And I just today resonated with what Joe said in I'm just beginning to understand some of these Sabian symbols, and they're really quite extraordinary. And they really, for me, tap into that mind of the child because they really inflame your imagination. And she spoke of the Red Cross nurse. Well, I'm a pediatric nurse, and so that definitely resonates with me. And I just find that the compassion of nursing is what that profession is all about. And again, sitting here in the midst of so much of humanity that's coming and going all over the world, I just radiate that compassion out to all of them, recognizing that so many of us in the world are really on a scorpionic path and are challenged constantly with painful and hard situations. So I'm going to stand in the midway point and hope to bring kindness to those who suffer. And I will pass this to Kiki.
Thanks, Andrea. Happy travels to wherever you're going. I have a candle. I'm in Washington, D.C. at the minute. There we go. A little bit of light in the nation's capital. Taurus and Scorpio. Taurus just keeps coming today is stability for the euphoria and chaos that we have and will have. And Scorpio, the strength and courage, as you also said, to help us through. And I keep thinking about Lynn's footsteps of the other day. It was light under each footstep. Each step that was taken, there was light spread out or something. And I keep thinking of that. Every step we take every day, we can send the light and love out. So very hopeful and very beautiful with all these strong energies coming in at this moment in time. So I thank you all very much. And I pass to, can't see to Maria Christina.
Oh, it is so wonderful to be together. And so many of us, subjectively together. I have to honor that incredible constellation of groups as was initiated. I believe it was at Leo days. I remember reading about the constellation of groups, and those words resonate as well as the words telepathic communion, because aware of so many working and overlapping, and I tend to run hither and thither. I was running around looking for a candle, computer in hand. So thank you, Claire, for the lighted flower of light. Oh, there we go. Deep breath. And deep thanks, Katya, for bringing such rich astrological soil for us at this time. It's so potent, the beginning of many beginnings we meet, and the need to release and fertilize, but painful. Oh my God, right now I'm carrying trigeminal neuralgia, known as the pain of pains, I tell you. But we keep on keeping on. And at this time, Taurus qualities, the will to good, I bring from Aries. The will to good is second ray under the first ray of the will to live, I would say, the will to be, the will, the obliterating will. If you get too close and are unprepared, group is essential. And so thank you. I see, and when the eye is opened, all is light. We provide a field of group love. And I don't see people for some reason. I assume you're seeing me. But if I look under chat, I see Bridget Murphy and Gillian Douglas. Oh, all these wonderful people. Gee, okay. Well, I guess I said Bridget first, so I'll go with Bridget Murphy, please. Hi, Bridget. Hi.
Oh, Maria, Christina, nice to see you. Nice to see everyone. And I enter the garden today in joy and expectation. And on the subject of light, it's very obvious to me that the increased light in the world is really showing humanity the way. What looks like chaos, disruption, is really the instrument that will bring humanity onto the path. And to me, I see this light of the so many groups around the world. The effects are showing themselves everywhere. And just in my community, there is the expression of goodwill has increased so much just in the last few months. And I really do see this, as somebody said, this insight and courage is a culmination of this expansion of light. And I am so joyful in the expectation of where humanity is actually going. And I would just say thank you to everyone here and to all the groups. I'm so grateful to the that network that when we meditate and align, just the proliferation of those groups around the world are so right there every time, and the effects are showing. And so, with my candle, I pass this to Annette.
And Brigitte, where are you connecting from?
I'm currently in Toronto, Canada. Sorry about that.
Thank you for that, Bridget. I'm Annette Løffler from Denmark, and I'm lighting my candle. I don't have your others' rich poetic language, so I've been thinking what I should say about Taurus, and I think I would say the stubbornness, the steady going, going forward, and the desire for aspiration, for illumination, for the higher vision, the aspiration to understand the esoteric teaching. I think that's what is for me Taurus, and through Scorpio, the working of old stuff in the subconscious so that we can get light through the whole of the body and all the bodies and all the consciousness. So that's what I want to say. So I pass on the candle to Gillian. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Annette. I'm Gillian Douglas from Norfolk in the UK. Lovely to be with everyone again, and thanks for all the lovely comments so far. Now, I'm as usual not properly prepared. I have matches but no candle at the moment, so I'm going to just light a match for the moment. And there it is, and that will be my light for the time being. Luckily, it's a long one. I have found myself thinking about the past a lot lately, and perhaps this is how it should be, because now I need to leave that past behind and move on within my groups. And so I'm finding it more common now to go out and mix with people at a better level. I was always a little bit sort of thinking people wouldn't want anything to do with me. So I now am starting to be more gregarious, which is quite good. So I would now like to hand over to I can't think of who hasn't been.
Lynn?
Pardon?
To Lynn or to Katya?
Yeah, all right, Alexander, thank you.
So whom would you like to pass the candle? Just name a person as a passing the torch. Well, you are muted now, Julian.
Here I am. Have you spoken, Alexander?
Yeah. I asked whom would you like to pass the candle?
Yeah. I can't think of who. I'm sorry, I'm not firing on all cylinders nowadays, and I.
Maybe to Lynn.
Sorry.
To Lynn Green.
Yeah. I'd love someone to pass the torch on to. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Glad to be here. I don't know how long I'll last. My connection has been a little unreliable. And I can't light a candle. I'm sorry. I can't do that, but I'm putting a light on nonetheless. And what's been on my mind a lot, Jill, it's similar to what you said. It has a lot to do with leaving the past behind and even leaving Scorpio behind a bit. Not so much the struggle, but actually I've been thinking a lot more of the beauty that you find in Taurus. And beauty as truth, truth as beauty has been filling my system a lot more, but it's a choice I have to make to choose that. And I think, as I said, the computer it seems stable now, but it had been going in and out. And what I finally did is move to the table downstairs where I've placed all of my seeds for the garden. And I set the computer right on the seeds. And it's been working much better ever since then. Anyway, I'm glad to be here and glad to do the work. And I'm in Columbus, Ohio. And I think that's everything, except that, Katya, it's your turn.
Thank you very much, Lynn. And I will light the candle. From New York. And Taurus is such a vast presence. And yet we spoke about the light and the steps. And so I was thinking that Taurus is the quality of lights, right? Light. A Taurus, the penetrating light of the path. This is a beam of light streaming forth from the point in Aries and revealing the area of light control. And this light of the path, to me, is this path that was started with Buddha, teaching humanity about the nature of the desire. And this desire, which is the will to be, essentially. Will to live, will to be. That when enlightened, can move humanity to what Christ brought about, of transforming that desire, illumined desire, into aspiration. This is this point of turn of the wheel for those who are ready to receive this light and to move from desire into aspiration. Aspirants, right? So this really transformational quality of light of Taurus will be very helpful to us at this point in time. When we think about this triangle of Earth, triplicity, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, this energy moving through this triangle helps us on a daily basis. So thank you. And over to you, Alexander.
Thank you. So this ritual of candle lighting prepares us for meditation as we pass light from one corner of the world to another. We weave an etheric substance for our group, setting up our group space in preparation for meditation. So now I invite us to turn off our cameras as we are going into the meditation. Technique of the presence and meditation attitude. Let us see us sitting together in a circle in our group garden. Gathered around the group chalice, group heart. Evoke this stage of tension. This is basic and essential. The tension is brought about by complete control of the personal self, so that it is fitted for contact with the real. We visualize the group Antakarana, a radiant channel of lights opening up from the group center towards the group soul. Achieve a state of fusion with the group soul or with the group angel, which guards the approach to the path of the higher evolution. Hold the mind steady in the light of the group soul. The point of tension is to be held by the soul and not by an effort of the personality. This is the attitude of the lowest self for the entire remaining period of work. We extend the light, the directed light of the group Antakarana further towards the spiritual hierarchy of the planet. The rainbow bridge unites us with the spiritual kingdom. We extend the rainbow bridge further to Shambala. We align with the will of God. Make an effort to sense the presence throughout the universe, not theoretically, but in vibrating response to its existence. See in the light which the group soul radiates, the point of light behind all phenomenal appearances, the germ or seed of divinity in all forms and in all presentations of truth. As the greater light of the soul becomes focused like a radiant sun, it reveals the stupendous vision of the presence. Attempt to ascertain the purpose, seeking expression through form at any particular point in the evolutionary cycle. Identify the triple light of the intuition formed by blending the light of the group personal self, focused in the group mind, the light of the soul, focused in the angel, and the universal light which the presence emits. Now, bring into this triple light of intuition the following question. How do we envision our path forward? How do we envision our path forward? Preparation for the revelation. Relinquish the higher way. Return to the group angel. You're focusing in the soul. Pause for constructive thinking under the influence of the angel. Turn the mind to the formulation of those forms of thought which must embody the revelation. Pause. This is the pause preceding presentation. Presentation of the revelation. The revelation is presented and precipitated into the world of illusion, where it undergoes the fiery ideal. Some of the fire within that which is revealed wings its way back to the source from whence it came. Some of it serves to destroy the revealer, and some to burn those who recognize the revelation. The revelation succumbs to the prevailing illusion, descends into the world of glamour, and subsequently disappears as a revelation, emerging as a doctrine. But in the meantime, humanity has been helped and led forward. The intuitives continue work, and the inflow of that which is to be revealed never ceases. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light descends on earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love streams forth into the hearts of men. May Christ return to earth. From the center where the will of God is known, let purpose guide the little wills of men, the purpose which the masters know and serve. From the center which we call the race of men, let the plan of love and light work out, and may it seal the door where evil dwells. Let light and love and power restore the plan on earth. Thank you, friends. Have now time to share any recognitions or thoughts that we could receive in our group field. When you'd like to share, please unmute yourself, offering your recognitions.
I'd like to share something. It's an excerpt I can paraphrase from Dwell Cool that has stuck with me ever since I started with the technique of indifference, technique of light, and technique of the presence. And that is that the techniques are actually for us probably all in play all of the time. So when we bring through what we can, no matter where we are along the path, because we live in this world of illusion, the piece that came in today for me is and I'm sitting actually looking out a window that has squares in it or diamonds. And then beyond that is a screen that has all those little tiny squares in it or diamonds. And it brought me to think of us, each of us in Taurus, to find what DK calls that clear seeing, so that when we do create a vision, we're like the little pixels in a screen of what reality can be for humanity. And we are then bringing a light through these billions of little pixels, the spiritual eye that each of us has, into that clear seeing so that we can then bring it all together, what we see in the highest form, and then utilize that light to shine out onto these huge tests and trials that humanity is in the throes of dealing with, so that let us refine this, our screening, so that as our little pixel lights shine through, there is much greater clarity. There is a purity in the vision as we move together through these next cycles. And when we arrive at Scorpio, we can again come back to this horizontal Taurus Scorpio axis and see more clearly the actions that we need to take as serving members of the new group, embodying all the qualities that we actually mentioned today and more. That's my vision of what we can do in the coming cycles.
That was beautiful. Thank you.
And I would only add to that trusting, no doubt, no fear, trusting in the goodness and beauty that is always there if you look deep within to find the light. Sometimes it's so easy to see in a beautiful flower or a tree or anything in nature. But there's light in every single form. And if you look for that, you will see it.
I would say light and trust and perseverance. Trust is one of the qualities of the fourth ray, actually, which is very much needed. And without it, as at the conference, Helena said, faith, trust, light. It is the qualities of the soul and of the higher, the path of higher evolution, really. And perseverance is, as we are incarnated into the matter, and we work with enlightening and illuminating the matter, it takes effort. It takes relentless, in a way, inspired and aspired effort. So one of the notes in Aries, that we create unity through effort. And I believe that note reverberates in Taurus, comes as will to persist and will to continue. Thank you.
I sense a theme here. I saw a key and the word harmony, and the impression was that the presence is the key to harmony, and it links with persistence and courage. Thank you.
I was thinking of continuity of consciousness also, and in line with what you're all saying. And I think always being who we truly are in whatever we do, being our true selves.
I have put similar, really. I've put we'll all move forward utilising our individual strengths, moving as a guiding light into the new age for people. We will adhere to truth at all times and allow nature to guide by its example, everlasting and beautiful. We'll ignore the lies and subterfuge because they will be unable to persist anyway. Thank you.
Thank you, Jill. Probably overlap with the sound, so apologies, Lynn, if you please continue.
Well, I think it was me.
Oh, it was you, Kina. Apologies.
I decentralized to two mantras, really. We stand forever with our hands stretched out, linking the heavens and the earth, the inner world of meaning and the subtle world of glamour. We reach into the light and bring it down to meet the need. We reach into the silent place and bring from thence the gift of understanding. Thus, with the light, we work and turn the darkness into day. And on a more practical level, in everyday life, I, for decades, kind of Johnny Appleseed, I hand out the great invocation, some of you know, to grocery store clerks, to friend, everybody on the street, man. People are, but these days I've made, because they didn't come, I find a great response to the first stanza. May the forces of light bring illumination to humanity. May the force, let the spirit of peace be spread abroad. May people of goodwill everywhere meet in a spirit of cooperation. And this line really, I think, arrests people's attention. I think this is what makes them pause. May forgiveness be the keynote of the time. Let power attend the efforts of the great ones. So let it be, and help us to do our part. Thank you.
I must admit, I find that first stanza, quite potent, and a format for a way of living. Let forgiveness be the keynote of this time. We'll get nowhere without forgiveness to begin with. So what I got in the meditation was a group of warriors. We were all warriors with Roman chest plates, metal chest plates on, marching down the road, singing with great determination and strength and courage to carry forth the words. And, it could be the words of that first stanza. It's truth, understanding. And as Alexander just said, it never ceases. Love and light and power. They're there, they don't cease. We just have to take them out and forward. Thank you.
When I'm when I ponder on protection of the heart, to me, the protection of the heart is the quality of the heart, the seeing quality of the heart, the integrating quality of the heart, and this dual quality of the heart and the head, and the heart in the middle of our etheric structure. And the livingness, the capacity to integrate that comes through this middle heart, the heart center, which is aligned with the physical heart. The capacity to expand, integrate, and to see. And Tibetan says, like this phrase, I think it's from the Bible, the way that man thinketh in his heart, that's who he is. This ability of the heart to build the thought forms. That is to me the heart and the head. Receive the higher impulses and integrate the rest through the heart center. This presence of life in the front, the livingness in the front, to me, it is protection. That plate is the living substance of all of the above. Thank you.
Something during the meditation reminded me of a poem by Rumi, which I would like to read to you. It will just take 1 minute or two, maybe. It says, a moment of happiness, you and I sitting on the veranda, apparently two, but one in soul, you and I. We feel the flowing water of life here, you and I, with the garden's beauty and the birds singing. The stars will be watching us, and we will show them what it is to be a thin crescent moon. You and I, unselfed, will be together, indifferent to idle speculation, you and I. The parrots of heaven will be cracking sugar as we laugh together, you and I, in one form upon this earth and in another form, in a timeless, sweet land. Thank you.
And thus we stand.
When you were talking about the breastplate protecting the heart, I was thinking about what Blavatsky wrote in the Secret Doctrine about um, the healers and the religious priests in the old days. They had a gold plate before the breast with, I think there was 12 jewels in different colors in perhaps it was 7, but I think it was 12 for from the zodiac. And it was obviously used in doing magic, either white or black, of course. But what you said about protecting the heart and getting the light from the head down and through, I think you could say we are all wearing the zodiac as a protector and as a energy giver that is giving us the energy through our bodies. So thank you for that picture. Thank you.
If I could add that it is the direction of that light that comes from the triad and from the monad, basically, coming through our centers, through the heart center in the head, and radiating through ajna and through the heart. This radiating, direction of that light protects us. That strength that comes from the love above us, coming through and radiating. And the group light that is the sum of our individual lights multiplied. This group heart that radiates protects us even more, allows us to work with the energy of the will, protecting our small, or I wouldn't say small, our lesser paths through this constant presence in our life, the energy of the group heart, protected by the group monad and group soul and group vision.
gathering such pace in a really positive way. Most definitely, Katya. And thank you for reminding us. So very, very important.
Thank you, friends. This live presence of the garden is so nourishing and supporting, and it's a beautiful image, Linda. Sorry, Joe, that you shared with us. This dark pixels that lights up, and as we go back to our lives, let us be those pixels, lit up pixels, making the screen more and more live, keeping the vision stable. So the exact time of the full moon is tomorrow at 17:23 Universal Time, which is 1:23 Eastern Time. We will be holding the space for the silent meditation. You probably received the announcement with a link to join us tomorrow. But regardless which circle we will join, or either we will be in the silence of our own meditation, let us link subjectively in the space of our etheric garden, this universal garden of Buddhi energy, standing together with the hierarchy tomorrow and always. And I invite Claire to close us today with sounding the mantra of unification.
The sons of men are one, and we are one with them. We seek to love, not hate. We seek to serve and not exact due service. We seek to heal, not hurt. Let pain bring due reward of light and love. Let the soul control the outer form, and life and all events, and bring to light the love that underlies the happenings of the time. Let vision come and insight. Let the future stand revealed. Let inner union demonstrate and outer cleavages be gone. Let love prevail. Let all people love. Thank you, dear friends, for another rich time in our group garden. We will be together tomorrow at the exact time of the Wesak full moon. And for now, we will turn on our videos, send our love in all directions to each other and outwards and onwards and upwards and everywhere. And we'll play out with the Gayatri. If I can find it on my, there we go. Much love, everyone.
tatsavitu varenya Bargo devasya dimahidio yona prachodaya Om Bhuvaswa tatsavitu varenya Bargo devasya dimahidio yona prachodaya Om Bhuvaswa tatsavitu varenya Bargo devasya dimahidio
Before we say goodbye, I just want to say I'm sitting here and the almost full moon is rising behind the trees on the other side of the common from where my parents live. And it's glowing and bright and beautiful and vivid. And I started the meeting feeling quite ragged, to be honest. And I feel like you brought the button, so thank you.
Much love.